Hey y'all, it's Kentucky Coke Dipper 81 here, and I got somebody asked me a question the other day on how I sell my beef and how come it costs so much for beef. So I'm gonna do a video on that on how I sell my beef, but first I'm gonna throw in a dip of Copenhagen wintergreen. Okay, how I sell my beef. Some people sell their beef through stockyards or sell barns, and they just go for a flat rate of what, say beef's going for $1.06 a pound. Well, they'll go through the sell barn and they'll sell it by that weight. Like if it's a, say, 700-pound steer, well, they'll get $1, whatever it's going for, a pound for that steer. So if it's $1 a pound, 700-pound steer, they'll get paid $700. But the way I sell my beef, it's sold as grass-fed beef and hormone-free beef, kind of like an organic beef. People get orders. They'll come and they'll order a beef, and when it comes to that time and they're old enough to be slaughtered, we take them to the slaughterhouse of choice of the person buying the beef, and they'll tell the slaughterhouse exactly how they want it cut up. But first, what they'll do is they'll weigh it when they get there, and whatever the beef prices are going for, that's what we charge for that beef. It can get real expensive real fast for the person who's buying the beef, but normally when we sell ours, they sell for about $1,500 for a whole, but we sell it in quarters, halves, and wholes. But normally people just buy a whole beef, so it averages about $1,500 a cow or steer. So typically there's a 200-pound waist on a cow. Okay, like the head, the guts, and stuff like that. Well, the guts weigh 100 pounds alone, plus the skin, legs, head, all that's going to be just waste. But we sell by live weight. Okay, say if it's a 1,000-pound steer, we charge the person for 1,000 pounds live weight, but in return, after the waste, there's probably 800 pounds of meat. Okay, some people may say, isn't that cheating? No, that's not cheating the person, because that's how they sell, is live weight. Okay, some people may say, hey, you get that much out of a cow and you sell, say, 50, 60, 70 cows a year, you should be loaded with money. No, that's... On average, I spend $1,000 a month on feed. That's year-round. Okay, this is just for a couple weeks. This is all receipts. Receipt. 34.80, 37.40, 48.50, 78.65, 83.94. I mean, they just pile up. Okay, here's one This is for feed. See right there. I mean, I got the stacks of these. Of course, I keep them up, and at the end of the month, I do the figures. And the month of January, I spent $1,100 in the month of January alone. And sure, we could knock 200 pounds off the price, like say $1.60 a pound, and it's a 1,000-pound cow. We could just charge them for 800 pounds and for the waste, but we wouldn't make any money that way. And of course, you know, if you're not making a profit, then you can't keep going on, and you can't keep going on, and you can't keep your farm, and you can't keep your farm, and, you know, etc. So charging for that extra 200 pounds is what keeps the profits. You know, if you didn't charge for that, pretty much every farm around here and anywhere else would just sink. Except some of these bigger farms that we have up the road, like the Williams farms. They have they own 3,000 acres and lease 2,000 acres. So they got, you know, 5,000 acres, and every bit of it, they got like 1,000 acres of corn, 500 acres of tobacco. I mean, they got the entire thing, so they can afford to not charge for the extra 200 pounds. And trust me, 800 pounds of meat is a lot of meat. And you're getting a lot. Okay, say you go to the store. People say, why should we buy grass-fed beef? Why don't we just go to the store? Yeah, go to the store. You'll see it's steaks and, you know, other meats. Of course, are filled with hormones. I don't know if you all know this or not, but you know how you get ground chuck? Just a ground chuck hamburger, and it's kind of like a pinkish red. It's not supposed to be that color. That's the hormones that they're injecting into that meat. Of course, me, I don't care. I'll eat store-bought. I eat restaurants. You know, I don't care. But it's not supposed to be that color. It's supposed to be like a darkish black, you know, kind of a brownish tan type of color. It's not supposed to be red like that. It's supposed to be, you know, like a brownish color. You know, it's supposed to be normal. But the color of that is the hormones. And, okay, you go to the store, you wonder why what you should buy are grass-fed beef, which is, you know, say $1,500 for a steer. Okay? Yeah, that's a lot of money. But if you go to the store, you'll see like roundhouse steaks and stuff like that, like $7, $8 a pound. And we went to the store the other day and see one little steak. It was like $10 a pound for this steak. Okay, and you buy our grass-fed beef, and it's $1.60 a pound. You know, do the math. So that's how we sell our beef, and that's how it works in the beef industry as far as selling goes. But like I'm saying, yeah, I cannot charge for the extra 200 pounds, but probably go bankrupt. So those extra 200 pounds that you charge for keeps us up to keep from going under from the prices. I mean, you take $12,000 a year just in feed alone, not including medicine, not including health care, you know, the entire thing. That's just feed. So you can see the expenses. So this might go into a part 2. Yeah, it's going to go into part 2.